So I think we're live now.
Nice.
Nice. Ce faci, Andrew?
Bine. Bine. Mulțumesc.
Okay. Let's just wait a little bit, maybe, to see who's online right now.
Yep.
Okay. Salutări tuturor! Mai așteptăm să se strângă lumea. Salutare Marius, ce faci? Hai, când ajungem la 20-25 de persoane live, putem să începem discuția. Mai așteptăm un pic să ne strângem. Salutări Marius, salutări! Ok, avem 8 oameni. Ne vedem la WEDDCAMP. Ok, 10. Hai, la 20 începem. We're waiting for 20 people, Andrew, so then we can start the discussion. So how's going with the Fundy nowadays? After the
very well. Yeah, very well. The launch of version 11 was a lot of fun. So, and then Monday we have our WPPI party. So that's going to be a lot of fun also.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people coming from Europe as well. Yeah. Salutare tuturor. Salutare Ovidiu. Marius, cum a fost la Veneția? Ok. Salut, Gabriel. Salut, Mihai. Salut, Marian. Bine ați venit. Da, bun, păi o să începem. O să ne strângem probabil peste 20 în curând și eu zic să-i dăm drumul. Ne-am strâns astăzi ca să vorbim un pic despre designul de albume. Știu că mulți dintre voi știți deja foarte multe chestii, mai ales cei care faceți parte din comunitate încă de la început. Știți despre Fundy Software, știți și despre alte softuri de design, dar Andrew este unul dintre prietenii buni ai comunității noastre, a fost întotdeauna de ajutor, ne-a oferit licențe pentru participanți, ne-a ajutat așa cum a putut cu sfaturi, cu prezentări și mă bucur să reușim să facem un live împreună în seara asta. Nu ne-am mai văzut de foarte multă vreme. Hello, Andrew.
Hello.
Tell us about. Not too bad. I was just making a short presentation for the audience. So tell us what's new with version 11, because I've tested it in the past 2 weeks, and I noticed some great improvements. I don't know.
So
my switch was from version 7, so.
Oh wow! Yeah, we should have got you updates sooner than that. Yeah. So from version 7 is great. Like each version is great, right? And it just keeps getting better. So our focus on version 11, we had 2 main focuses. One is make everything faster, both from an under the hood technical standpoint, and then also from a user standpoint, just making it faster as a photographer to be able to retouch your images, design your album, design some cards, design some wall art, and then setting the framework. We'll be doing a number of free updates throughout the year to increase functionality in the slideshows, the online proofing, basically all of the pieces, making it faster and faster to get in and out of the software as quickly as possible to allow you to have time to shoot more, communicate with your clients more, sell bigger albums, possibly get into selling wall art for engagement or family photos, and then using, the card functionality to help with your marketing, right? So a lot of photographers I've talked to that use Fundy Designer, they will offer free thank you cards after the wedding to their clients, and the thank you cards have their branding and everything on the back, their logo, website, telephone number, accepted on the back, so that when their clients send those thank you cards out to their, family and friends, it's free marketing. So that's everything. And then, Marius, are you coming back? Are we still live? I feel like I'm here by myself now.
Yeah,
there you are. Okay.
We're live.
We got a little lonely there
I'm
for a
just
minute.
trying to move the focus on you. So
all good. I just wanted to make sure everybody was still here. So maybe the best thing is to just kind of jump in and show people the new version 11, and then kind of talk through the philosophy of why we did what we did, and then have people can ask questions. We can answer questions and kind of show that, with the software, showing is a lot better than talking about it.
Yeah. Share your screen then.
Okay, perfect. All
Amaze
right.
us. Just press Shift S, I think.
Too late.
Too late. Yeah. To the stage.
All right.
Okay. We're good now.
Yep. Can everybody see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I can't see you, so I
have a different screen here on my right, so
yep,
we're
perfect.
Good. We're good.
Yep. All right. So this I am currently on a test version because I'm going to show you something that's coming next month that's not available yet as a free update to version 11. And because I'm on the test version, our little what's new beautiful graphic is not showing. So to kind of walk you through the process, right? You've shot a wedding, you've exported, you've edited those images in Lightroom or one of the new AI editing software, and then you export those images to JPEG. Most likely you're going to choose a subset, maybe you have 1,000, 2,000 photos from the wedding, but you probably don't want to import all of those to design an album. So maybe you import, 200, 300, start a project, and, usually the project name is the name of the client, just so you can remember. The project is a file on your computer, just like a Lightroom catalog or a PSD file, right? So once you save that on the computer, you can save it wherever you want. You can move it from computer to thumb drive to wherever. So I'm going to create the project, and then we're going to import the photos. So I have, just to kind of show you how fast everything, I have a wedding. I think there's 300 photos in here, right? So we're going to 326 photos. So we're going to go a little bit heavy on maybe what you would design. But I'm a big fan of over designing for the clients and then help them remove whatever images or pages they don't want versus adding, right? It's a lot easier to over design and then just remove images and pages than it is to design a small album and then try to design a bigger one.
Is this a strategy to sell more?
It's a strategy to sell more. Yep. Yeah. Okay. It's just like, if you walk into a store and they have more choices, and more options and better options, the chances are higher you're going to buy something. Yeah. All right. And so now we have the option to apply perfectly clear skin retouching. And after you apply this, you can remove it, you can edit it, so there's no permanent change to your images. There are a few different options. I prefer the intelligent skin retouch. So we have 300 images. I'm going to click the retouch button, and that's it. Your images are retouched. Skin retouched, under eyes, what we call raccoon eyes in English. I'm not sure what you call them, yeah. Right? And then teeth are brightened a little bit. But the best thing about Perfectly Clear is it's based on AI, and it creates very subtle, natural retouching. All right. So then from here, you have the album. I'm just going to do a square album. I'll do, let's do a cutout. And the style of the album, photo album, is going to give you a classic style. If you go into advanced options, that's where you can choose your lab, if you want, right? So whatever album company you use, specific sizes, etc. Or you can just use these generic ones and then change the size later. So one thing that's unique to Fundy Designer, because of our patent, after you design something, you design a square album, you can change it to a horizontal album or change the album company, and you don't have to redesign the album, right? Super simple. I'm going to design some wall art. And then this is the new feature. So I'm going to design a bunch of thank you cards. And most of our templates are in English. So obviously you can use English in Romania, or you can change the English to Romanian, and then you can resave your thank you card templates, and you can have your own templates. So there is a blog post on how to create your own templates. So I've retouched the photos. I make a couple choices. I'm going to click Design Project. And now we're done. So we have album, wall art, and cards designed. I'm going to open the album. So here is the album design, and this is fully auto design. Oops, whoa, grabbing the wrong thing. There we go.
So the algorithm is improved because choosing the images that the algorithm is putting on a spread is it's amazing. I just noticed that yesterday.
Yeah,
I did
great,
some tests.
right?
I ran some tests, and I noticed.
And one of the great things, I don't think you can do this with some of the competing programs, right? We can swap images between pages, right? Easily move our pages around. And then, you know, we can move this over here, or we can create a new spread, right? I'm going to drop that in there and create a new spread. And maybe even move this spread over here. And if you don't like the layout, we can go into the layouts editor and kind of thumb through these different layout options. Like that one. And then, so just showing people how easy it is to change things around and move things around. And then this is our patented drop zone. So you can just live change the cropping here.
Wow, this is new.
Right. So yes, this is a version 10. So this is, let me go ahead. I'm going to hit the G key, and that'll hide my guides. Right. So you can grab here and move things around, and it's snapped right there. So to make all of these three images the same size. Right. So you have so much control and flexibility.
It's much faster than.
Yeah. And this is, yes, it's much faster. Right. So, right, you can kind of do whatever we want. You can swap a horizontal and a vertical image, right? You can't do that in other programs, right? We're swapping horizontals and verticals. We have these lined up, or we could do something a little bit off center. Right. Probably wouldn't put the couple's eyes right there, but that's
easy
okay.
move.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go like this, right? Right. So you truly get to be creative. And then, you know, another great thing with being able to make changes, and why it's so easy to over design, right? If we over design, if the client said, oh, I don't want this spread, or they say, I don't want this image of the girl, I just hit delete, and it auto heals and auto redesigns that spread for me. So super fast to work with your client to remove and add images in different places. That was just a right click right there. Right. So there's album design. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the wall art. Right. So we designed a bunch of wall art. Right. And then, you know, we can change the look of the room. We can go in and swap out the images. Right. But let me show you something really cool. So with wall art, you know, you want to kind of only do the couples photos, or, you know, certain photos in a shoot. I'm going to select all of these images. And let's say in Lightroom, you did 5 stars for your
several images.
So these the 5 stars are for wall art and cards, right? Because they're like the portraits of the couple.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right. And then let's say let's go ahead and just delete this album. And we'll keep the cards let me show you some of the cards, right? So we designed multiple cards at the same time. Right. And then let's go ahead and delete the wall art. Delete that. Okay, so we have no album, no wall art. And I put 5 stars on some images, but let's do something even more fun. Let's go through. So Marius, let's go through. Okay, from these couple photos, let me get to the couple photos here again. So from these couple photos, I'll turn the file names on here. Which one do you want to be the cover of the album?
Let's say the one you've selected right now.
Okay, so I'm going to hit the C key, right? That's cover photo.
Okay.
Or hit this button. And then, let's go through and let's say, this one, I want to be a panorama. And then let's say these ones, I want these to be 2 spreads. So I'm going to select these and I'm going to group those. And I'm going to select these and I'm going to group those. And I'm telling the auto design that I am in control now. And
this is like a fine tuning for
yeah. So I'm saying this group is a spread and this group is a spread. And for this spread, I want this image to be the main image. So you're able to kind of tell the auto design what to do. Now I'm going to click the design wizard again. Okay, so let's design an album. Oops. So let's design an album. So for example, let's say you want to do a Graphy Studio book. And you want, let's just do no cover. Let's do a young book. Just because I want to get a cover. Let's do a
do you know how many Romanian companies are
yes,
working
there are a ton in the name. Some of them. Let me pull a Romanian company
Impact Albums. Alex cover.
Yeah, I know Alex. Alex and I are friends. We go way back. Yeah, let's do Alex. So let's do a 20 by 20. And then we'll do the custom cover size. There we go. Album design. And then for wall art, I'm only going to use the 5-star images.
Amazing.
Right? So the album, I'm going to use all of the images. For the wall art, I'm going to do only the 5-star images. And then I'm going to click the design project. So now let's open this album. Let me turn the file names off here. That's the N key. Turn the file names on and off. Under the help menu, there are a ton of keyboard shortcuts. Right? So here's our cover photo, remember?
Yep.
And then here are
panorama
those
one.
Yep. And then here are those photos, the panorama, this one, right? So there we go. And then the rest of the album.
With these new functions, you are more in control of your album design.
Yep. So
because I didn't have that with version 7.
Yep. So the key is that well, actually, you did have that with version 7. We introduced some of those functions in version 7. You probably just didn't notice them.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, but so that allows you to be in full control. Right. So the key is usually with automation, you have to give up control. What we like to do is we like to give you automation, but let you retain the control.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Lovely.
Yep. And then, so here is where the skin retouching is, right? So I can bring that skin retouching down a little bit. even do a little bit of exposure correction, right? It's not as accurate as Lightroom, but it's a smart exposure correction. So if you have one image that's just slightly off, you don't have to go back into Lightroom or back into Photoshop to change those things.
Yeah, smart move with that.
So, right, and then from all this, you can create a slideshow. Right? You can create a slideshow, but not just with the photos, right? You can create a slideshow of the album design and the wall art design, or you can create a slideshow that includes the images, but only the 5-star images.
Very nice.
Right? And then you can add a title, etc. Right? And so let's go ahead and hit play. Right? So you can create a slideshow, and you can show this over Zoom, right? So if you want to do an album sale, or you can upload this slideshow as part of the online proofer.
Can you add music?
Yeah, you can add your own music. There's music included, as well as you can add your own music. It just has to be MP3 if you're on a Mac, or a .wav file if you're on a Windows machine. So you can just add your own music. And you probably can't hear. I have music playing here, but you probably can't hear. If you use Zoom with your clients, there is an option in Zoom to share your computer sound, and that will stream your song through their computer speakers directly, which is great.
We have one question here from the audience, because we are here already. So someone, Marian Stere, you know Marian, he's asking if you can reset the skin retouch.
Yep. Let me show you how to do that. So let's
because
say
in Lightroom you can do that with double click.
Yep. So so you want to go. Let me go back into there. So I'll show you to reset the skin retouch for one image. I'll show you for one image right here. You just click the clear button. So I click clear, and now it's reset.
Is there a shortcut on the keyboard?
There's not a shortcut on the keyboard.
There's not a shortcut. Okay.
Yeah. So you go in there, and then let's say you want to reset the skin retouching for everything. So I reset the skin retouching for one image, or you change the settings for one image. I select all and click the sync button, and then I sync that setting across. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So very flexible. And then to show you the proof, right? It's for creating online proof. Let's see. I don't know what this couple's name is, but let's say this is the couple's name, and they got married June 24th.
So Marian is asking one more question. So
sure.
when you come back to the factory settings, for example, for the skin retouching, does this change the eye enhance as well?
So when you go to the
when you reset
when you reset the skin settings to 0, then everything at 0 when I hit clear.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. And then if you want to go intelligent retouch, you can do that. The eye enhancement. If you want to have the eye enhancement on and skin smoothing at 0, you just go like that. Or if you want to have skin smoothing on but eye enhancement at 0, exposure in the middle is actually 0. So you can kind of do whatever you want, right? So it's up to you what you want. Did I answer that question correctly?
So I think Marian is asking if you reset only the skin, if you can reset everything by I don't know, if you reset only the skin retouching, only the eye enhancement.
Yeah, if you click clear, it will reset everything to 0.
Okay.
If you click one of these presets, it will set everything. If you only want to set one of these items to 0, you have to manually bring that item to 0.
Yeah.
Right.
I think now we're clear.
Yep. And we're hoping, no guarantee, I'm hoping sometime this year is to allow you to create your own presets.
Okay, so right now we are with proofing.
Yep. Yeah, just showing the proofing, right? You can put the couple's name, add your logo. You can change all of these covers, colors, etc. And you can create a proof with an album, right? And you can choose what the preview of the album is. Oh, that's it. Actually, that was a good one. Let's do that one.
Okay, let's ask people if they have some questions, so they can write the questions on the comments. And after you finish, I will just take the questions.
And so you can create all these settings. Yep. And then I'll just show you. I'll go ahead and log into my account here.
Așadar, dacă aveți întrebări, lăsați-le în comentarii și o să preluăm cele mai interesante întrebări după ce termină Andrew prezentarea.
And just to kind of show you what a design proof looks like. Right. And then this would be the link that you send your clients. You can choose what appears here, and they can view the slideshow, or they can proof their album. Right. The slideshow is the same as online. Right, so they're able to view their album, etc. as well. Right. And then also they can proof their designs and make comments, right? So they can be like, this is
amazing.
Foarte bine.
Foarte bine, yes.
Right. And then when you put this comment here, this comment will show in Album Builder. It will show the comment. I don't have this one synced, but it will show the comment right here on the spread that you need to make a change. So it's a visual.
Yeah, so you don't have to go back and forth to.
You don't have to go back and forth.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. I'll let you get to questions now. I just kind of wanted to show all of the pieces for everybody.
For the moment, there's no question.
Okay.
So I'll just I don't know. Tell us some tips and tricks about how to sell more albums, how to sell more spreads, how to sell more prints.
Sure.
We know the American market is different than the Romanian one.
So yeah, I have a really short keynote presentation. Would you like to see that? I'll make it really fast.
We can see that.
Yeah, let me pull that up. So, and then if you go to, so we made a post. Maybe you can put this in the Facebook chat. So we made a blog post. It's 50K extra, 50K extra.com.
Extra 50K.
Yeah.
50K.
Meaning $50,000 extra per year.
But,
that's our goal for US clients. I know the economy is a bit different in Romania, but even if it's 20 or 25K extra, it's like how to increase your revenues.
How to increase your revenues
by $50,000.
By 50K.
Yeah. So 50kextra.com.
50K.
And that
extra.com.
Yeah. Okay, let me pull this up. And what we did, oops, that's not what I want.
Okay.
There we go.
Let me add the comment for the people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here, I will share my screen real quick. Again. All right, you see that?
Not yet. 1 second. At the stage. We're good now.
Okay. You can see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, this, if you're part of the Fundy Designer Storyteller Facebook group, we just try to really help people increase their revenues, right? Through albums, wall art. And the great thing about albums and wall art is that you get a lot more referrals from clients who like albums and wall art, right? And so it kind of, once you get going, it's really easy. And these are just some quotes of how much extra revenue people make per year with Fundy Designer, right? And then also people who are absolute beginners, right? So this is the people, the first time they used it, one person made $2,000, one person made $1,700, first try. So we like to make it really easy, even if you're a beginner. This is my wedding photo, and my wife, we got married in Japan.
I remember this image.
Yeah. Right. So
you shared it long time ago.
Yeah. And then I was in the Peace Corps of the Republic of Moldova. Was in Bucharest in 1993, which was a crazy time.
A lot of things changed since 1993 in Bucharest.
Yeah. I can't wait I haven't been back. I need to go back.
You should come at WEDDCAMP, or maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe next year. Yep.
For a presentation.
Yeah. So, if you go to powerofprintfilm.com, I made a documentary of recreating a 100-year-old photo of my great-great-uncle in the south of France. And then, and then started Fundy Designer. And our goal is to help people save a ton of time, be able to design more, and, have better businesses. I'm going to skip through here this little bit longer presentation, but I talk a little bit about how print is becoming more and more valuable, right? Younger generations like analog things, right? Records, vinyl records, etc. But when I'm teaching and helping people, I haven't been a photographer a long time, but I'm surrounded by a lot of successful people. So I just take what they're doing and try to consolidate it to help other people, right? So the three main buckets that I see successful wedding and portrait photographers focus on is they showcase print more, right? They show it more. They design more, right? They design bigger albums, design some cards, design wall art to give their clients more options. And then they present more, right? Hop on a Zoom with your client, do a slideshow, send them a proofing link, right? So present more options for their clients. Right. So here's some wall art, and when you're showcasing more, it's how we talk about print, right? On your 10-year anniversary, what would you like to see in your wedding album, right? If I capture your family, where would you like to see them in your house? Asking these questions that are bigger than photography. It's about their story.
True.
Right. And then also with showcasing more, things like putting photos of albums on your website, putting wall art photos on your website, being able
showing them all the options.
Exactly. One of the really cool things about the proofer, I showed you the proofer and you saw that kind of top down with the album and the plant. After you upload the proofer, that JPEG, you can export that as a JPEG from Fundy Designer and you can post to social media or put it on your website, right? So you don't even have to print a sample album to have a sample album on your website.
Sounds good.
Right. And then design more, right? Means, showed you in Fundy Designer, being able to use the design wizard to design things in a click, right? So, and especially in the winter time, I'm sure it's the same in Romania, but a lot of places in America in the wintertime, there's not a lot of weddings, right? Because it's cold outside, right? So it's a perfect time to take all of your past clients that didn't get an album and just spend a day and just one-click design an album, one-click upload the proofer, send them the link. Hey, I designed an album. My album company's having a sale. Let me know if you'd like to order an album, right? And so it's a way to generate a lot of revenue during the winter months when revenue can be difficult.
Yeah, a lot of photographers think they are very pushy if they send these kinds of messages like to the clients.
Yeah, and I think that's a mental block because most of the time the clients will thank you. They'll be like, "Oh, thank you. I've been meaning to order something or design an album and I just haven't had time." right? So that they'll actually thank you for giving them the option.
I don't know if in Romania it's this culture, like if you are trying to send a message to propose something, the client thinks you want to sell them something, and they feel a little bit I don't know, they don't like this kind of approach.
Yeah, I mean, and if they don't want it, they don't want it. We're all adults. It's Jerry Gionis has a great quote. He says, "My job is to entice the client. The client's job is to say no or yes."
Yeah, that's
it's
perfect.
Not the photographer's job to say no or yes.
It's perfect.
Right. So, for example, this is the 50K extra. For example, if I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. That was the entire presentation, but I just wanted to go over those 3 buckets. And that blog post has more information on those 3 buckets.
I've shared the link on the comments, so the link will stay there for the people.
Yeah. So for example, let's say you really want to buy a new car, right? And you go buy a new car, and I tell you, oh, you shouldn't have bought that car. That car's too expensive for you. You shouldn't have bought that. What do you think of me? Not a very good guy, huh? Right? Telling you how you should spend your money, right?
Yeah.
Well, if we don't offer an album to our clients, we're doing the same thing. We're deciding for them how they should spend their money.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't do that, right? It's, if we want to be full service, that's why just design more and show it to them. And with past clients, you might get a little pushback. But with current clients, especially before the wedding, you just tell them, hey, after the wedding, I love albums. I'm going to design a big album for you, and I'm going to send you a link, or we can hop on a Zoom. And if you love it, great. If you don't like it, great. Or if you only love half of it, great. But we're going to work together.
You have to try all the time.
Yeah, right.
You have to try. You have nothing to lose.
Zero to lose, right? You have nothing to lose and only to gain, right? It's a very good bet. Yeah. The worst case, you're going to lose 45 minutes of your life.
That's it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So there is another thing. I think a lot of photographers think a lot about what other people think about them or about them doing that.
Yeah. And I think that's a lot of time we work by ourselves a lot. So we kind of start thinking too much. So you just kind of got to, just like the movie Frozen, you have to let it go.
That's true. That's true. So we have a question from Laurențiu Nica. He's asking. He's saying V11 is moving smoother than V10 on M1 MacBook Pros.
Yes. Yeah. You'll see a big bump. And just to let you know, since I'm not working as a photographer, this computer I'm on is a MacBook Air M3. It's the cheapest MacBook Air, 15-inch that Apple offers, and you saw how fast it was.
And he's asking, is there a discount for people that have older versions?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. If you have an older version, it'll give you an automated discount.
Okay.
And
so
then I believe we have a sale, a 30% off sale going on right now. And it's going to repeat next week for WPPI, and then also WEDDCAMP. You have a discount code also. So you'll be able to get a discount and a discount if you're upgrading. Double discount.
There is another question from Laurențiu. He's asking if there are major updates from version 10. I mean,
the major updates
to make the update from 10 to 11.
The major updates for version 10 is the design wizard, and then the speed, and the other thing too is we're going to push out 2 or 3 free updates throughout this year on version 11. So you're going to get a lot of updates in addition to what hasn't come out yet.
Yeah. Let me check if there are any other questions. So, dacă mai aveți întrebări, e timpul să îi le adresăm lui Andrew pentru că nu o să mai poată să stea mult, e un om ocupat și a luat o oră din programul lui astăzi ca să stea de vorbă cu noi. Dacă nu mai sunt întrebări, o să lăsăm să meargă la treabă pentru că în 15 minute are o altă întâlnire. So I was telling to the people, you are a busy man.
Yeah, that's sometimes.
Okay, so Ovidiu Poenar is asking, is Fundy working on two devices in the same time?
Yep.
So how many spots?
So it's licensed for two computers at the same time, but anytime you can log out of one computer and log into the next computer. So every time, if you log out under the help menu, it frees that license and then log in. But for one license, it's two computers. You know, most photographers will have a desktop and a laptop computer.
Okay. So someone is saying, Mihaela is saying, I have version 10. On how many computers is the version working?
Same.
So the previous version.
Two. Yeah, same.
Two computers.
Yep.
It was always the same.
Always the same. Yep.
Always the same.
Yep. Yeah. And also, you know, obviously welcome to ask questions here, but then also our support team under the help menu, there's contact support. They can give you answers to any questions. And then our Facebook group also, you know, the Storyteller Fundy Designer Facebook group is a great place to go also.
Yeah. So no more question, Andrew.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time.
Questions, reach out to our team. Happy to help you. And thank you very much. Foarte mulțumesc.
Mulțumim foarte mult. So we hope to see you again soon on our group. I know you have a very big Romanian database.
Yeah.
Fundy is loved in Romania.
Cu plăcere.
Cu plăcere, yeah. Someone is asking, if you update from version 10 to version 11, what's the difference of price you have to pay? What's the amount of money?
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
Yeah, I know, because
you're especially with the sale and the discount. But if you go to fundydesigner.com and you just go to the store and you click, and if you log in, it will tell you the price.
Okay, so Octavian, te loghezi în contul de pe Fundy, adaugi în coș versiunea 11 și dacă ai pe 10 o să-ți arate diferența pe care o ai de plată.
Because I forget, there's a different price if you upgrade from version 10, if you upgrade from the previous
version.
Yeah. So I don't quite know, but if you just log in, it will tell you your upgrade price.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So thank you for the information. It was great to see that presentation about how to sell more and to try to make people understand the power of a printed image.
Yeah.
I think a lot of photographers lack to sell more prints. Even some of them, they are saying the client does not want to buy prints anymore, and I think it's not true.
Yeah.
And
they say the same thing in the United States, and they say the same thing in small towns and big cities.
Everywhere. But
the truth, once you show them, they understand.
They understand, yeah, they understand. Show them some nice designs. Show them a printed album. Show them prints on their walls, and you have more chances to sell more prints.
All right, sir. Okay.
Thank you for all the effort.
Thank you.
On building Fundy, and we'll see you next time.
Okay. See you later.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yep. Bye.
Ok. Așa. Acum că am rămas, mai rămânem câteva minute. Voiam să vă povestesc oarecum, mă rog, Andrew a atins aproape toate punctele pe care voiam să le povestesc și eu după în limba română. Cred că mi-a mai rămas o singură chestie de adăugat. E legată mai mult de modul în care fotografiezi înainte de a face albumul, pe ce să pui accent, pe ce fel de imagini să adaugi în album. Cum zicea și Andrew, fotografiile foarte personale, cele cu familia sunt importante și trebuie să te asiguri mereu că ai acele imagini și sunt sunt executate și tehnic și, nu știu, la nivel emoțional foarte atrăgătoare, încât să poți să le pui, să poți să le pui în album. Și mai era chestia legată de cromatică, adică imaginile pe care le pui pe același slide să aibă același ton de culoare. V-am lăsat pe chat-ul evenimentului în zilele trecute câteva idei despre aici nu văd cine vrea să vadă câinele. Da, se plimbă, e Timon îl cheamă. Timon, aici. Hai, vine aici. Aici sus. Bravo, ia uite. Uite, Laurențiu. Zile. Salut. Da, era o chestie legată de cromatica, de tonul cromatic al imaginilor, să fie asemănător, să arate la fel imaginile. Bun, o să ne vedem la WEDDCAMP în 23-24 martie. Deja suntem aproape 160, cred că suntem 160 de persoane deja, o să fie o ediție interesantă din nou. Ne-am strâns la fel de mulți ca înainte de pandemie. A durat ceva vreme ca să ne revenim după anii ăștia, dar uite că am reușit. Prea multe nu mai am să vă spun. Dacă aveți voi ceva întrebări legate de conferință, de alte chestii, mai pot sta 5 minute și stăm de vorbă. Dacă nu, mergem la treaba noastră fiecare. Bună, Gina, bună, mersi că ai fost prezentă. Am văzut că ai comentat pe aici. Mersi frumos. Da, păi bun atunci. Vă doresc o seară minunată în continuare. Nu vin. Nu știu cine m-a întrebat. Marian. Aici mi arată Facebook user în chat-ul ăsta de aici și nu știu exact cine comentează. Trebuie să mă uit și e un delay până mă uit pe display. Ne vedem la WEDDCAMP și aveți grijă de voi. Vă pup și o seară frumoasă!